my June Fairyloot and my June Illumicrate have turned up today. So I thought we'd unbox them both together, see what we got. Are there any duplicates? Which do we prefer? So these are the boxes with all the bits in them. June Fairyloot was Decadent Desires. I know, such a shock. I actually remembered what the theme was for once. So let's get into it. Spoiler card, which I will leave here just in case I need some real help with identifying things. First thing we've got in the box is, it's a water bottle. The Darkness Within Us water bottle. Oh, that box is pretty. We've had a lot of drinks bottles, a lot of drinks cups, and it's glass, which I do like a glass bottle, but I don't find that they're very practical for going outside. It is very, very pretty, and it says, "It is the little things in life that provide the most enjoyment." And this is based on a Trisha Levenseller book. I love Trisha Levenseller. Illumicrate June. This is your last chance. If you haven't had yours, you need to scroll away. So let's see what's in here. I have not got an idea. I can't even remember what the Illumicrate theme was this month. The Illumicrate theme was I Will Fly for June. First item in the box is an enamel pin. I do like an enamel pin. This is inspired by The Water Outlaws by S.L. Huang. Let's have a look. It is pretty. I think because I don't know anything about the book, I'm not really sold on it. Looks like it's a dagger, water. Is that like a chrysanthemum? Is it a chrysanthemum? Anyway, enamel pins. I'm always a fan of a pin. Fairyloot. Second item in this box. A scrunchie with a bow. It's quite pretty. I'm not sure that I will use this. It is based on, the Poison Study. And it has got poison bottles. It's someone in a window, I think. It's pretty. I won't use that at all, but one of my kids might, so it's not a terrible item. It's just not one. It's just not something that I'm going to use. Next, we've got a box, a little box. So this is inspired by Empress of Salt and Fortune, and these are Singing Hills mechanical pencils. Intrigued because I do love a practical item and I do love a stationery item. I am definitely one of those people who will buy stationery and never use it because I don't want it to get damaged and I don't want to run out. So let's have a look. The box is actually really nice. Oh, these are really pretty. There's two in here, if I can get them out. Don't know if you can see those. There's two. One of them has got animals and symbols on it, just like the side of this box. And the other one has got flowers and symbols. They feel really nice quality. I think that's a really good item. Next, an embroidery kit from the Crimson Moth. I read the Crimson Moth last month and I absolutely loved it. When is the next one coming out? Because I am ready for it already. I think this is probably what you embroider. I am not a crafter. I am terrible at any kind of artistic endeavour. So we had one of these before. I think it was for the Forest Grimm. And surprise, surprise, it is still in the box. But I don't think that this is a bad item. It's just another item that's not necessarily good for me because I'm a bit rubbish at craft. Next item, we have a bookmark. It is a metal bookmark based on The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart, which I have not read. I've not read any of the books that these fandom items are associated with, so maybe that's why I'm not vibing with them as much. It's a really pretty bookmark. We've got a dragon. Feels lovely. Which is amazing. Terrible ASMR as well. I'm not calm enough for anything like that. So it's a bonsai tree. I think that's really, really pretty. I think that that is a gorgeous bookmark. I just don't know anything about this book. A bookmark set, I think. These are foiled bookmarks. And they are Shatter Me inspired. Not read yet. I've not picked up this series. And maybe I need to. Maybe I need to prioritise that this year as well. So having not knowing the series, I don't know anything about any of these characters. I don't know if their likeness is good, but the art is lovely. So we have got some similar items so far in both boxes. We've got bookmarks in both of them. Yeah, that's the only like item. And they are quite different. Illumicrate had that really nice metal bookmark, and Fairyloot have got one of their foiled bookmark sets this month. This. Help if it was the right way up. It says, I know what it means to dream about the past, to dream about things you have loved and lost. Think it is a print folder, or if you take massive large photos, that could also be that. This is a nice item. Never ever going to use this. Honestly, all the prints that I get in book boxes, they're probably still in the cardboard box. So this is a very pretty item. For me, it's not that practical. And the last item in this box, and I got mixed feelings about this. These are a nice item, but honestly, for most people who are subscribed to a book box, how many of these have you got now? And they are ACOTAR inspired bookends. I must have about 6 or 7 sets of these, and I think I use 2. We've had these in Fairyloot boxes, we've had them in Illumicrate boxes. I am sure that people are going to go wild for these. They're just not for me. I do like the colour though. Before we get to the books, we didn't really have that many similarities, and both of the boxes for me were just okay. Really like the embroidery kit because I think it's a super pretty item, and I love the crimson moth. And I liked the mechanical pencils because they were really practical, usable item. And I think the bookmark in Illumicrate, just on aesthetics, topped the bookmarks in Fairyloot. So for me, on the items, Illumicrate just win out. But like I said, they're both just okay boxes for me this month. I also really did like the Trisha Levenseller drinks bottle. I just have a lot of them, and it's glass, and if you knew me, you don't give me glass to travel around with. That would not last very long at all, and I could potentially hurt someone else. Here is the Illumicrate June 2024 book. It is Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. This feels gorgeous. It's got kind of a matte feel to it. I am here for it. I also don't know what the original cover looks like. I think with Illumicrate it is far more that it's a colourway change, but I cannot confirm that because I don't know what the original cover looks like. Tagline is, "To seek revenge, she needs to stay alive." Don't we all? The edges are gorgeous. Look at those. The detail is really, really beautiful on those edges. And we've got a design that goes all the way around. We've got kind of a water design. I love the very subtle pink splashes on this as well. The paper quality on this book is really, really lovely. It feels quality. It's that matte, heavyweight paper. I'm into it. Really pretty end papers. I think we've got, yeah, so it's a different design on each side. I did just spy that this is signed in a lovely colour that matches all of the artwork. As you know, I love a naked cover, so we're going to get there now. This is pretty, but it's not wowing me. I think we've had a few of these covers now, which are just an illustrated hardback. There's nothing foiled or added extra. And this one isn't as intricate as some of the others that I've seen recently. So this is pretty, but it's not wow pretty. Images have won me over. They are absolutely gorgeous. I don't know anything about this book, so I'm just going to read you the blurb. 18-year-old Ai Ying dreams of becoming a world-class engineer like her father, but after his sudden murder, her life falls apart. Left with only a journal of her father's engineering secrets and a jade pendant snatched from the assassin, a heartbroken Ying follows the trail to the capital and the prestigious Engineers Guild, a place that harbours her father's hidden past. Determined to discover why anyone would threaten a man who ultimately chose a quiet life over fame and fortune. Disguised as her brother, Ying manages to infiltrate the guild's male-only apprenticeship trial with the help of an unlikely ally, Ogyo Ye-yang, the taciturn 8th Prince of the High Command, with her father's renown placing a target firmly on her back. Ying must stay one step ahead of her fellow competitors, the jealous guild masters and the killer still hunting for her father's journal. Complicating everything is her increasingly tangled relationship with the prince, who may have a mysterious plan of his own. The secrets concealed within the guild can be as deadly as the weapons they build, and with her life and the future of her homeland at stake, Ying doesn't know who to trust. Can she avenge her father, even if it means going against everything he stood for? Or will she be next in the mastermind's line of fire? It actually sounds like a really, really good read. It's definitely something that has piqued my interest. And even though the naked didn't wow me, I think the book quality, the quality of the paper, this matte feel and those edges, it's a beautiful book. That is June's Illumicrate. Fairyloot, as always, have the tarot cards, and I'm going to have to look at the spoilers for these because I don't know. We've got the 5 of Suns and the 6 of Suns. These are based on The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller, who I love. Have I said that? I love Trisha Levenseller. Fairyloot book. For once in my life I did remember what the theme was. The theme was Decadent Desires, but I don't know what the book is. And it is The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. Did I tell you that I loved Trisha Levenseller? I think I said it multiple times that I love Trisha Levenseller. I really love Trisha Levenseller. So So this is The Darkness Within Us, which I believe is a companion book to The Shadows Between Us. It's not a sequel as such, it's a companion book. If you haven't read The Shadows Between Us, you need to, because it's very good. So this is The Darkness Within Us, and it has got quite a different colourway from the original. My husband is taking too long to die is the tagline on the back. Got some very pretty edges. This is definitely Poisonous Plant. It could be Belladonna, could be Deadly Nightshade. Is that the same thing? I am not a botanist. Solid black on the bottom and the top. Beautiful end papers with gorgeous foiling, which is in line with the style that we're seeing on the romantasy books at the moment. And there is no denying how beautiful those romantasy books are right now. This is giving me stained glass vibes as well. Different at the back. We've got a bound author's letter in there with a digital signature. As always, I want to see the naked cover, and this is a bit of me on a naked cover. It is so pretty. I'm a big fan of this colour. This is the wow factor for me. We have got a reversible dust jacket, which is super pretty. Mine is a little damaged, but you're not going to say anything about that. That's just me being very picky and a perfectionist. There's a little bubble mark where it's probably rested against something. That naked cover, absolutely beautiful. Here is the blurb for The Darkness Within Us. Chrysantha Stathos has won. By hiding her intelligence and ambition behind the mask of a beautiful air-headed girl, she has become a wealthy duchess. And once her elderly husband dies, she will have all the freedom and money she's ever wanted. Or so she thought. A man claiming to be her husband's estranged grandson has turned up to steal her inheritance. And to make matters worse, her little sister Alessandra is about to become queen. So Chrysantha resolves to upstage Alessandra at her own wedding, and as for this grandson, he may be extremely handsome and mysterious, but he has to go. I love the sound of this. Also, there is a bonus chapter for Fairyloot readers. Who won the battle of the books in this month's boxes? I mean, this is a lot chunkier. For me, the sprayed edges, definitely of Jade and Dragons. These were gorgeous. I also really like the quality and the feel of this book. But I've got to give it to Trisha Levenseller. One, because I'm a massive fan of Trisha Levenseller's writing. The edges are not as beautiful as of Jade and Dragons, but they are very in keeping with this book. But what wins it out for me is the foiling on those end papers and the naked cover. And that is June's book boxes. We had the Fairyloot YA, Illumicrate with all the bits in it. And as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please do like, comment or subscribe. And take care of yourselves.